Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inside the Nest. My name is Brendan Faraday, the Sports Information Director at Post University. Today's guest is women's head basketball coach Jon Plefka. He is going into his fourth season as head coach. The team this past season won its first CACC North Division title and set a school record for wins with 22. Jon, how are you doing today, and how are things been going during this crazy time?
Great today, Brendan. You got me up at 7 a.m. today, so it's great. I appreciate that. Early bird gets the worm. But no, everything's going well. I think, of course, we're in a new normal, but we're navigating it as well as we can. And once again, just excited to be on and happy to be with you.
Great to have you here as well. I guess start off, how have you been navigating everything going on with your team? How are you guys staying engaged?
Yeah, it started in March where we've been doing consistent Zooms every Wednesday night. And, I think that has brought us together as a unit, especially with a good amount of new players within our program. But also, too, once our semester started, we've been doing virtual workouts, virtual film sessions, virtual terminology sessions. So pretty much just trying to keep them as normal as if they would be here on campus. And obviously this is a time of such adversity that we've all never experienced. So just keeping them engaged, communicating as much as we can with them, as well as our staff communing with each positional group. But overall, we're just doing as much as we can virtually and really just trying to prepare for our arrival in December.
Has the team been able to adjust well to the new normal? And
yeah, I think I think there's always ups and downs, and every day is a test for all of us. I think it's a true struggle mentally and physically, just because it's once again it's different. It's something that we've never experienced before. So that's why we're here, and not only myself but as a staff to communicate, to help our athletes through the tough times, and just be a resource during this time. And it's not only the pandemic, but with social injustice. And just the craziness going around in the world right now. We're just a resource, and we're just there to help in any way possible, and for them to voice their opinions, and for it not to be censored. And I think that's something that is really important, because I myself and our staff, we have full trust in all of our athletes, but we want them to share their opinions, and for it not to be forced. And I think this is a great day and age for everyone to have their own view, and to show truly what they believe in. And I think we've done a great job as a team, of young, independent, strong-willed young women, voicing their opinion for what's right. And I think that's something that we can say that we've done a pretty good job of. Not so much me; I'm just a facilitator. It's all our team doing the work. So they've inspired me each day. They're an inspiration day by day, and I'm just thankful that I have them with us, as well as our staff.
I want to talk a little bit about last season.
Sure.
You had the best season in school history. Again, I mentioned before, CACC North title, 22 wins, a berth in the CACC semifinals. How special of a season that was for you, and how have you been able to build a winning culture, and how have the players bought into your philosophy? You guys have improved on wins every year you've been there.
Right.
How has everyone been able to buy into it over the course of the last number of years?
It hasn't been easy. That's first and foremost. If anyone says it's easy, then they're full of it. But it's been a battle, day in and day out. And I think the cliche thing is for your culture and fighting for your culture. And myself as a head coach, I've had to make very tough decisions. And it's just something that has to be done in order for my vision of our program to succeed. I think that we had a great year last year. I think we should have been better. Unfortunately, you can say A, B, and C happened, but the bottom line is we didn't get the job done in the long run. But it was an amazing year for us. As you said, the best record in program history, our first North Division title. So a lot of accolades, but this year we truly have some unfinished business, especially with all this adversity that's hitting us. So we're excited to get going. But last year, it was fun, but the past is the past, and we've moved on. So we're all focused, lock and loaded for this year, and just ready to get back on the court.
And segueing a bit here, many people may not know you played Division I ball for Tech at
Right.
Texas Tech. You went to James Madison first,
Mm-hmm.
and then transferred over to Texas Tech. And you got to play under legendary coach Bobby Knight.
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn from playing for Coach Knight? What was it like playing for him?
Right.
Have you taken any tips from his coaching style, and what are some memories you've had of him, or what are your best memories of him?
Yeah. He's the ultimate competitor, and he's by far one of the greatest competitors I've ever met throughout my life, and that's through all sports. But just learning the preparation side with him is so vital. I mean, there's so many nuggets that I got from him that I not only instill in our players, but expect out of our players. But he's, one of the best for a reason. And, how he prepares, how he's disciplined and teaches us discipline. And just, I think on the court, teaching us the fundamentals on a daily basis and teaching us how to play the game the right way has really helped me as a coach and helped me teach our players. But no, we've had we had amazing years there. My first year, we were unsuccessful. We're like 500. And the second year made the NCAA tournament. And that was his 880th win during that year, my senior year. So it was pretty cool. And I never envisioned myself being at that level. I think, I was blessed to be given that opportunity and, be blessed to even be on ESPN, which is pretty cool. When you're a kid, you look up to those who have played. And, but just from him, it's just learning to play the game the right way. And of course he's fiery and I get a little bit fiery too, but it's just one of those things that, I'm so thankful to have had that experience. So thankful to have learned from one of the best in the game. And I just hope I can have a career as long as his and as as easily successful as his, if that kind of makes sense. Not as successful, because if I do that, that'd be amazing. But just to have an impact just like he has, and to also, one thing that's really understated for him is that he's had everybody graduate, and he's never cheated. So in this day and age where, crazy things have happened within the media and such in the basketball world, he stands for what he believes in. He never cheats. He graduates his players. And that's what matters most in the long run.
And playing for him, what was your favorite, maybe personal memory, whether it be a practice, a game?
Yeah.
A moment that stands out for you the most playing for him. What is one that resonates with you?
I really just think there's just so many. I mean, the funny thing about that is, like, my first experience meeting Coach Knight was on my visit there. And, obviously on official visits, you get things taken care of. They take you out to dinner, kind of, wine and dine you, which is normal, which is cool. And, he asked me what type of food I liked. And, I just mentioned the various, I don't remember what I said. He's like, I got the perfect place for us. So I said, all right, let's go. I'm like, I'm ready. They get some steaks or something. We're in Texas, let's have barbecue. Let's do it. He took me and he drove a Lincoln Continental and was driving me with no radio on. So I felt like I was with my grandfather way back, which is cool. He took me, or us, we went to the China buffet in Lubbock. He's like, they have the best crab legs here. So we ate crab legs in like these huge big tins, like the monster tins that you serve meals out of. They just brought crab legs, and, took me to a China buffet, which I love China buffets, but didn't expect that. I thought we were going to like a normal, like a Texan type of restaurant to get the full experience. But China buffet, that was my first experience. He had dinner, talked basketball, and that was kind of my first experience with him, and a memorable one for sure.
That's what sold you on the.
I guess it sold me. I guess it's big, right? Crab legs, it's free. It was free back then, so why not? But no, I think that sold, and I've always wanted to play for him, and for me, getting that opportunity, it's something I couldn't pass up. So there were other options that I could have chosen from, and but I'm like, you know what? This is a once in a lifetime opportunity that I can't give up, because I truly think that if I didn't, there'd be regrets down the line, and I try to not have any regrets, just learning experiences. So I'm very thankful that I chose that decision for sure.
You also played some minor league baseball in your time.
Yeah, I did.
You played for the Angels organization.
I did. I was drafted. Sick.
And how was that? What was that like? What was the experience like, the grind of the minor league system? How hard was it to on buses every day? How hard was it to to enjoy
Yeah.
that kind of lifestyle?
That was the first time I've ever experienced a 17-hour bus ride in the middle of the night in the mountains in Idaho and Wyoming. Um, but it was just so much fun. It was just so much fun. And I didn't make it very far. I did play minor league ball and independent professional for about 7 years, but I was only with the Angels for a couple. Um, but you really see the talent, once you get to that organization. And I think that for me was the first time um, in reality where life hit me. So I was released by the Angels in spring training my second year. And right there, like, there's a dream that I tried to chase was taken from me, and not so much taken from me because it was warranted. I didn't get the job done. And I think that's where I kind of learned it, accountability more so, and not feeling sorry for yourself and trying to persevere. Um, but the baseball side, I mean, we were in Tempe, Arizona. So when you're a young kid and you're in Tempe, which is where Arizona State is, and it's kind of a, quote unquote, lively area. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of distractions back then. So it takes a special person to really stay focused throughout that time, especially in that town. But it was fun, man. I enjoyed every minute of it. I learned day in and day out. I've learned from the best in that organization. I've played with Major League Baseball players who are still playing, going to independent route, which is, I think the independent route gets such a bad rap because everyone thinks it's semi-pro and it's not. But that's the perception. But I played with more major leaguers in independent ball than I did with the Angels, so it's kind of crazy, but I would never trade those experiences for anything. I've got to travel all over the country, go stay in great Midwest cities. I lived in St. Paul for a while, St. Paul, Minnesota, lived in Sioux City, Iowa, lived in Winnipeg, Canada for a little bit, lived in El Paso, Texas. So it's taken me to places I never thought I'd be. And even though I didn't make it, I'm so thankful for those opportunities, and it's really shaped who I am today.
And what do you miss most of it? And what things could you be like, I didn't miss that too much?
Yeah, no, I miss the camaraderie the most. I think it's, when you're with the guys, you miss that team atmosphere of just hanging out. We'd play cards all the time. I feel like I'm dating myself, but played cards and just talk nonsense. And it was really the bond that I had with my teammates. And I think that's something I miss the most because you really can't take that back. You had this opportunity. You were all in the same boat, whether you're competing against each other or not, but we were all in this together. We're in a different part of the world or the country that we've never been to or not familiar with. Sometimes this is the first time for some 17, 18-year-olds to be by themselves. So you have all different types of age brackets, ethnicities, and you just learn. You learn, what the world is about, and you learn different cultures, you learn different personalities. And I think that's something that, I'm so thankful for. But no, the camaraderie by far is the biggest thing. I don't miss kind of the pitching and the pressure situations, even though they were fun. Yeah, it was definitely the camaraderie.
Circling back to basketball and the upcoming season, assuming that we have one.
Yeah.
What new faces do we have this year? Whether coaching, players, what do we have in store for next season? What are your expectations for the team upcoming?
I always have high expectations. On paper, we should be fine, but paper doesn't win basketball games, So, I always have high expectations for us, what we're capable of or what we can do. I really don't know until we get on campus, honestly. I think we've created a lot of momentum in how we played last year. I think the loss in the tournament to Holy Family kind of stung a lot, and it really opened our eyes to a lot of different things that we've addressed here, during quarantine or during the fall workouts. And but once again, I don't know what to expect, really. I hope we do well. We're doing everything we can to put our players in the best situation to succeed. But we have a great bunch of newcomers. We have a few Division I transfers, a few Division II transfers, a couple great freshmen, a great JUCO transfer as well too. So my biggest thing is just getting them on the same page now virtually. with what we're about, what our standards are and kind of our philosophy. And then the returners too, just riding that momentum they had last year, or we had, excuse me, and just really preparing for our arrival in December.
Well, it sounds like you guys have big things in store for the team next season. Thank you for joining me today. It was a pleasure, and good luck on the upcoming season.
Thank you, Brendan.